Hello Gemini and welcome to your March reading here on the Astroflower. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. After February, the purification month. Did you manage to purify a lot of things within your soul, within your spirit, within your life? I know I did. And March is all about getting on, doing. March is about action. It is marching on in March, basically. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you have a lovely reading. Here's your overall energies. Here's the karmic message for your your spiritual path, your relationships or your emotions. Here's the karmic path for your material life, your business, your job, and your projects. This is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, or the influences from the universe, the influence from your past self, and the influence from your future self, and the general outcome. Okay, I hope you have a lovely reading. Let's see what's going on for you. Knight of Cups on the overall energies here. This is going off on a mission that is, and I think this is on both sides, something that fulfills you, a good offering in the way of work, in the way of business or job, that is in alignment with your spirit rather than just your wallet. And on your relationship side here, this is about putting yourself out there, I think, more than someone putting themselves out to you. Whatever it is, there's some sort of offering here, and the overall energy will be conjuring up things around you in your life in order to get those opportunities, those possibilities, and then it is for you to act upon them, whether you do or not. And that's where the Knight will come into action, where you will be going off on a mission that's concerned about the spirit. You get the Queen of Swords on your spiritual karmic path, on your relationship path. You are choosing a direction. This is why I said I think this is more of a case of the Knight of Cups is about you offering. She is actually taking a direction. It's not a direction that she's following. She is choosing to follow a path, or is defining the path that she's following. And this is all to do with logic, or to do with, mental calculation side of things. And I think here is, in your karmic path here, is to follow the logic of what the offering of love could be around you. And the funny thing is, it's almost contradictory in a way, because on your karmic path, she has a control over her heart. She doesn't allow her heart to to override everything. It is an integral part of everything, yes, but it's not the be-all and end-all, because she's using a lot of her mind as well of how she puts things into place. And I think going off on this journey, because it seems like March is a bit like a starting of a journey, going off on this journey of discovering of how you offer your heart out there is gonna take a bit of mental arithmetic, as it were, mental gymnastics in order to get there. On the first week here, you get a choice. 2 of Swords here. I almost want to sort of say you can make this choice blindfolded. Just feel it. And this is where the contradiction comes into play here. Is trusting that pathway plays a little bit against the logic here. And it's how you tie the two in together. And that is where the decisions in the first week, and they may be tough decisions, but I think once you allow yourself to see fully and clearly the situation, I think it's going to be a bit of a no-brainer sort of decision that you need to make here in regards to what is going to bring to you the cup that Knight is carrying, that sort of beautiful scenario or connection that you can have with people that are around you. That could be friends, family, community, and your loved one. Yeah, you get the Ace of Cups. Obviously, there is a decision that needs to be made, and I think this is where the mental side comes into it. And maybe you're making it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. And in the second week, I think this is where love starts overflowing, and you can't hold it back anymore. But it is just as well you're doing this work in the first week in order to set yourself right within your mind, in order to open up to this heart, open up to this offering. I think this is where either you are offering, and I think this is more of a case of you offering your heart to someone, or someone is offering their heart to you, one or the other, or offering you an opportunity to explore your love, basically, in the first week. And then in the second week, and then in the third week, you get the Page of Wands. This is now that you're opening up your heart, now you can start playing with your passions in regards to what you love doing with that person, or what you love doing and want to introduce that person to, or what the other person does that wants to introduce you to that you've never done before. It's exploring all of those, learning about the passions of being with someone. I think this is a big opportunity for you. And I think the decision, that it seems to be a hard decision, but actually, I think once you look back at it, I think you're going to kind of go, I can't believe I wasted so much time thinking about that sort of scenario. Yeah. You come out with ultimate dreams and aspirations. I think this heart offering to you, which is on the overall energies, which is also in the second week and now in the general outcome in the fourth week, with those three there, you're in a situation where you're offering that heart out to the world, or someone's offering that heart to you. You start playing with your passions, and the overall outcome is you're realizing, kind of going, this is exactly what I want. This is beautiful. This is perfect. This has all the toppings that the universe can possibly bring me. It's really a beautiful card. It's real sort of, I want to say Gemini. I want to say not Gemini, Aquarius card. I'm not, but it seems to be a bit of sort of mixture of air and water, obviously. But and that's why I think it's more sort of an Aquarian card than anything else. But there's an order to where she's putting her emotions. She's pouring some of it back into the pond there, renewing the love, and then also she's sort of like pouring it onto the land to sort of like make the land very fertile. And I think this is where it just seems to be a perfect scenario that comes out of a difficult decision that you're making. On your karmic path, on your financial side, you're gonna enjoy this month, I think, because it's all about the planning, putting things into order, putting things into what you want it to be like, how you want it to unfold as you actually live life. It's also a little bit of traveling involved, and I think you've got to go after it. I think it doesn't necessarily mean traveling in doing distance. It could also mean traveling as in putting how much you put out or how much you invest in it in order to get back. And this could be to do with your career path, your business, or your projects. But I think there's a degree where you need to go out and push it out there, in the first week, you have the Wheel of Fortune. This ties into that Knight of Swords, that Knight of Cups, sorry. And I think this offering that is in your life, and I think it's been there for a long time. I think it's finally you're starting to see the results of what you're putting into life in order to get the changes that you so want, in regards to your career path, in regards to your business or your projects. And you're now starting to see things, or the universe or the energy around what you're trying to do starts actually flowing in your favor. Yeah. With the Knight of Wands, which is really good when it goes through there like that. It is going up. It doubles up with this here, which is really nice. With this Knight of Cups. Put that down there. Knight of Cups. But this is all about your passions. It's very sociable. It's meeting out, and it's putting out there, and that's what that said about it's on your karmic path. That's the choice or the planning and the traveling that you need to do here. And it is sort of metaphysical, so it's almost like it's almost like a spiritual path at the same time. So doing that job, not just because it, pays your bills, but also it's because it fulfills you and makes you feel like you're doing what you should be doing on this world, on this planet. And it's getting out there and getting involved. You know, and I think that's what the Two of Wands is all about. In the third week, you get the Queen of Pentacles, which is absolutely lovely, because this is now knowing from that planning and that Wheel of Fortunes where things start putting into your favor, where you can start really sort of like putting your passions into it and start that movement, start that sort of, moving about and installing your plans. Then you start getting the security back. You can start getting the feedback from that Wheel of Fortunes. And the Queen of Pentacles, she sat at the Tree of Knowledge. She knows when that tree will bear fruit. And that's why she's so confident about the future, because she knows that during August and September, October, the apples are going to fall at her own feet. She doesn't have to actually go anywhere. And I think this is where you're starting to feel that things flowing back into your direction and creating a lot more security within your life. A lot more sort of, a good solid foundations to build things upon. And that's when, once you realize that, that's when things are going to start growing exponentially. I don't know if you've ever built a house, but putting down the foundations takes a long time, but it doesn't grow upwards. You can't see the foundation because it's under the earth. And now it's putting up the walls will give it size and shape and everything like that very quickly. And I think that's what this is doing here. I think with this opportunity that's being offered to you, which is going to change your fortunes, allow you to be a lot more passionate about what you're doing, and at the same time bringing a lot more security into your life, that's when you can really start pushing it forward very quickly. And it will develop continual fruits or victories or profit from the situation, regardless of what you're doing here. So a lovely reading for you, Gemini, compared with most signs who have had really difficult readings for the first 2 weeks. It seems like you seem to have a certain logic within the way in which you're going forward, which plays well with the energy at the moment. We are going to do a bit of clarification with the Light Seers card. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do appreciate all the support you give to this channel. There's links in the description below, and there's our sister channel as well, Cymatic TV, which is a channel all about energy, which is all about chakras, auras, planetary energy, solar energy, everything, and how it all sort of connects together. I love doing that channel as well. So yeah, that's linked in there. You'll also find it linked around my head at the end of this reading. So let's just see what's going on for you. Thank you very much for being here. The Knight of Cups, I think this offering here is, if you look here, right, you've got the Two of Wands on here, right, on this karmic path here. You've got the Two of Swords over on this side here, yeah? And on the Four of Wands, you've got these Four of Wands in the background, and it's like the coming together of one plan and another plan, or of how you plan your life and how someone else is planning their life, that they actually come together, and that could come together in love, and it looks like it does. And this is also a marriage card as well. So it could tie into sort of like, this could be the relationship that's it. There's no need to look anywhere else. Sort of scenario. And it's a real good changing of dimensions or changing of paradigms for you. On your financial side, it also works in the same way that I think this offering coming in with this Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Wands as well, and the Chariot, you are combining yourself, your attributes, your plan for life with the plan of someone else. And it's a real celebration, a unifying force, which is coming together. And I think the overall energy is pulling you in that sort of direction, which is really nice. With the Queen of Swords, you get the Nine of Swords. I think that's tied into that decision in the first week. I think you need to take a direction. I think you need to take a direction that is not the direction that you've been taking, because the direction you've been taking seems to have been bringing you repetitive nightmares in regards to love, relationships, emotions, and so forth. It just seems to be a sort of one thing after another that just seems to be repeating and repeating and repeating, and that's where the Queen of Swords is actually taking a direction to take you away from that. more than anything else. And I think your karmic path is to put to bed or end that repetitive sort of situation around you. And that's what I think you get with the Two of Swords. Yeah, it is a tough decision, and you do have to be, you do have to be strong and true to yourself. And with time, with very short time by the looks of it, your doubts will be fade away to nothing, to yesteryear. And staying and being courageous and staying true to yourself. I think you need to be a leader in your life more than anything else. And there is a decision that you need to make, and that decision needs to be for you, not for other people, but for you and for the best for you more than anything else. Ace of Cups, you get the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is my card of evident path. There's loads of possibilities with these Seven of Cups, but there's only one cup that's giving you the good stuff. And that's that cup there. It ain't that much. It's not rocket science there, I don't think. I think this offering coming in with that Knight of Cups as well is, really, really good for you. Ten of Pentacles, it just keeps getting better and better. I think with this passion there of exploring your passions, the more that you explore it, the more abundant you're going to feel that this relationship is giving you. It's got everything to give you. And there's loads to be had there. There's loads of experiences to be had for you and for your partner, or, for your partner. It could be your existing partner. It could be a new partner, whatever it is. Exploring life and your passions and their passions is a really, really good thing. With the Star card, you now get the Ace of Wands. You couldn't get it better. You couldn't get it better for you. There is no doubt about it. This is because you're exploring those passions. And I think this is where it's going to put pay to all of that. So yeah, it may seem like a big decision. It may seem like a difficult decision at the beginning. But as I said, I think in the future, when you look back, you'll kind of go, why did I spend all that time on that? So let's just see what's going on your financial side. With the Two of Wands, you get the Five of Pentacles. I think planning is going to avoid any wasted time, money loss, distractions that actually make you poorer rather than richer. In all senses, not just on the financial side of life either. But there is something here where I think you need to follow your pathway, and this is actually a bit of a blessing as well. Once you plan for that future, I'm not sure that everybody is going to be convinced by the direction that you wish to take, but I think it's very good for you to take it. It will set you apart from, the people that are around you, but in a good way. I think it's going to be a real blessing, and it will help you to define yourself more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on with this Wheel of Fortune card here. You get the Wheel of Fortune again, twice. There is definitely something that's being offered to you here, because we're tying in with this as well and unifying things. It is a really, really good reading for March, actually. The best March reading I've seen. It's the Wheel of Fortune. There's something coming in that's changing your world in the beginning of March, in the first part of March. And the universe wants it. Energy wants it. Energy wants it for you. And you've just got to go off on the mission and get it, basically. And I think that's what the Five of Pentacles is all about. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Moon card. That's where the traveling is about. And I'm not sure it's... I'm not sure there is a huge amount of planning that you can do for this, because there's a planning in the sense of how do I go about doing business. Then you've got to go out and get the business. So then that's where the traveling is involved. And sometimes someone might phone you up and sort of say, hey, I live over there. Can you come and see about my, my garage I need doing or whatever, So you've got to go and travel to there. You didn't see that. You can't plan for that. But then you can put it into your planning and know how to go about and do things. And I think this is going to, when you go out there, I think you're going to learn a lot about how to use your passions in order to create that security within your life and get you into alignment with who you are. That's what and I'm not sure you're going to see it every time. I think you're learning as you go, as you apply this sort of passion into your world. With the Queen of Pentacles, what do we get with the Queen of Pentacles? This knowledge or sort of assurance that things are going to really start kicking for you. You get the Ace of Pentacles. This is really lovely. You've now got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and now the Ace of Pentacles. Two Wheel of Fortune cards here. This is all a new start for you here. This is that offering, that opportunity that's coming out. Once you put those passions out there, it's possible that the opportunity that's I think maybe in the beginning of March, you're realizing how good it could be. That's what the two Wheel of Fortunes are there. And then by coming up to the beginning of spring or beginning of autumn, depending on which hemisphere you're in, this is when the offer comes in, and it's a sure thing. It's a really sure thing. And when that offer comes in, that's when things really start going quickly for you. Really start sort of like, really start going quickly for you. Your success comes through with a greater degree of speed. And then you get the Five of Swords, which is going off on a journey. And there is walking away from situations that have been causing you headaches. And I think maybe walking away from a career or a business or a project that just wasn't doing it. And it wasn't, wasn't getting all the good things that you wanted out of life. And this is making that choice. It's making that stride to go out and do it. That person there is walking away from that other person there. That person in the background think they've got the victory. But actually, in the long run, they'll look around and they're kind of going, where is that Gemini that I could really annoy all the time? Oh, no, they're no longer there. Oh, no. And you'll be the one kind of going, yes, it's so good to be free. And it's going to be going very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Only you can hold yourself back, I think, more than anything else. There you go, Gemini. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your support for this channel. Hope you get the best out of it. Don't forget about all the links in the description below and our sister channel, Cymatic TV. I will see you either there or here, whichever it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.